Freetown, Massachusetts. Since last fall, Hunter the dog, a not quite 2-year-old black lab, has been sweeping classrooms and common areas at Freetown Elementary School nearly every week in search of COVID. One afternoon in early June, she sniffs around a first-grade classroom while the kids work at their various math stations. She smells the garbage can, desks, students' book bags and other surfaces. Although the risk of transmission of the virus on surfaces is low, it's not zero. So, if the dog indicates on COVID, explains Captain Paul Douglas, who handles Hunter and runs the canine unit of Bristol County Sheriff's Office, the dog will sit. If that happens, Douglas alerts the school administrator to evacuate students from the infected area and spray it down with decontaminant before allowing the students to return. Hunter is part of a program developed by scientists at Florida International University in Miami who have trained dogs to detect COVID on surfaces and in people. The researchers started working with the animals in the early months of the pandemic, and have successfully deployed them in Florida, Hawaii and Massachusetts to sniff out the virus. Similar projects are underway in other countries, including Finland and France. Courtney Daigle, an animal welfare scientist at Texas A&M University not involved in FIU's research, says the work is totally legit and, the dogs, can totally do it. That's because dogs have a powerful sense of smell. They can detect things such as missing people, drugs or explosives, says Julian Mendel, a forensic biologist at FIU who helped develop the COVID program for dogs for his doctoral work. Within the nasal cavity of most mammals, there is a sheet of tissue called the olfactory epithelium that converts odor molecules into the neural signals that the brain interprets as smells. In humans, this tissue is a single flat sheet. But in dogs, it's a convoluted maze that folds and tumbles over a series of bony bumps. In addition, canines have hundreds of millions more of the specialized odor-detecting neurons than humans. These differences give dogs a leg up, or perhaps 4 legs up, in the realm of smell. The way they perceive the world is much different than how we perceive it, adds Daigle. In early 2020, when COVID came ashore in the U.S., Mendel witnessed the unfolding public health crisis and wondered whether dogs could play a role.